Hello, welcome back to the Watford Way, and we've got your Watford News Show today where we talk about all the latest going-ons about Watford FC in the media and also giving our own opinions on what is happening. And today I'm delighted to be joined by Finn, who's a regular on our channel. I'm sure you all know who Finn is. But I'm also delighted to say Muhannad is back on the channel after his really successful interview. I hope you all enjoyed watching that. And yeah, Muhannad is back on our channel. So first of all, Muhannad, how are you doing today? And yeah, I hope you're having a great day.
Well, thank you, James. I'm really happy to be with you once again. I'm really happy to be here and giving my opinions about the games and my opinion about Watford. That's what really made me very glad to be here. And also the fans, Muhannad fans, is really great to
have. No worries, no worries. And Finn, hope you're doing well, mate. How's your day been?
It's been all right. It's first day back at school, so it's been a long day. It's nice to look forward to something like this.
Good. Right. I think it's right we get into the first topic of today's show, and yeah, it's quite a positive topic. It's the fact that Joseph Hungbo, we found out today that he signed a contract extension. I believe that might not be the correct wording because Adam Leventhal has tweeted a couple of things today about it, but he has signed a extension, it seems, until 2022. I heard from a couple of people that his contract was due to expire at the end of the season, so it's really positive that we have extended that. Muhannad, I'll come to you first. And how positive is it that Joseph Hungbo has extended the contract? Because he's been really promising for us in recent games, and you must be delighted, Muhannad, that he has signed a contract extension until 2022.
Well, I'm really happy to see youth players get involved in the Watford squad because it have not been done at the Premier League. We involved Joao Pedro at the very late of Watford at the Prem. We don't usually support adding youth academy players into our team, and he's a great guy, skillful one for me. And I really like him. I've seen like 2 matches. He's playing from the bench. He have added a lot of skills and a lot of energy to the team. That's why I have full faith in him, in his future, and good luck for him. And hope he can impress me in the future years and upcoming years.
Yeah, really positive, Muhannad. And Finn, do you kind of agree with what Muhannad said there? Do you think that Joseph Hungbo is one of the future? And obviously he has made 2 appearances now for us this season, both really promising. And yeah, do you kind of echo what Muhannad said?
I think as a Watford fan, it's hard not to, isn't it? He's played twice this season. He's come on for 10 minutes and he's made a difference, which I think Watford really missed from the bench, because who have we had as on the bench all season? Bloody Andre Gray. Oh yeah, big good striker. I think Hungbo he provides a little bit of arrogance, if you know what I mean. Not like, I'm sure he's a lovely guy, but arrogance on the pitch where he wants to go forward, he wants to attack. I think that in games like maybe against Cardiff when we say 1 goal up, that might be a bit of a negative. But I think overall in the games we've seen, it's a positive because it shows someone's hungry, someone wants to win a game, someone wants to thrash the opposition. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think that he should start against Cardiff, Finn? I know a few people have said that maybe he should start instead of Ken Sema, because Ken Sema, understandably, he's played a lot of football. He does look quite tired at the moment. Is he someone you would start against Cardiff potentially, or is that too much of a risk for you?
I think as good as Hungbo looks, I wouldn't start him against. I'd give him 45 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. I'd bring him on for a good chunk of the game. Let him make a difference. But no, I wouldn't start him because as knackered as Sema looks, it's too risky to start a 20-year-old who's never played a full 90, never made a professional start, never got professional goal involvement. As good as he's looked, I think. No, I wouldn't start him against Cardiff. Who have we got after Cardiff?
Rotherham. We've got Rotherham on Tuesday.
I'd start him in that game. And I'd possibly.
Do you agree with Finn, Muhannad, that that maybe Joseph Hungbo shouldn't be starting games for Watford yet, and maybe we should just use him as that impact sub. You know, that we've seen him do so well in the last couple of games, coming off the bench, closing people down, making an impact. Is that how Joseph Hungbo should really be used at the moment?
I'm not a big fan of making him super sub or something like that, but I'm really into giving him some minutes until we find an easy game or some easy or rotated game that we should rotate in it and add him, give him a full 90 or maybe 80 minutes to get involved and get more chemistry with the fans. That's it. And I agree with Finn. He cannot start at Cardiff. It's an away game, and we cannot have Hungmo, who is not in a good chemistry with the players, and he's not yet a good starter for us.
Yeah, absolutely agree. And look, I think that maybe against Cardiff, you keep him on the bench, and as Finn said, maybe against Rotherham, who are weaker opposition, obviously, than Cardiff, maybe you then start him in that game. Hopefully we get to see a bit more Joseph Hungbo very, very soon. A lot of good comments about you, Muhannad. King Muhannad is back. Ollie saying the Egyptian king is here. Absolutely agree. Brendan saying same shirt, James and Finn. Maybe we are. I mean, mine's slightly different. I've got black, black string. Finn's got white, but very, very similar. Caroline saying Sema's experience is needed for Cardiff, and yeah, absolutely agree, Caroline. I think that Ken Sema, you know, he is the more senior pro, and look, as Finn said, maybe Joseph Hungbo, you know, should play against Rotherham rather than Cardiff. But I can see where people are coming from when they suggest he should start, because from what we have seen of him, you know, he does look really, really talented. On to the next kind of news story for today, and that story was about Craig Dawson, a player who hasn't been at Watford since the start of the season. He obviously went on loan to West Ham, and he's really he's tore up the Premier League, quite frankly. You know, Craig Dawson, who was out of favour at Watford. You know, he didn't perform very well in the Watford shirt really throughout his Watford career, albeit it was only for 1 year. And he's gone to West Ham, scored loads of goals, and he's been at the heart of their defence. And you know, West Ham, what are they in the top 5 or 4 now? So look, they're flying in the Premier League. And it actually come out today, Finn, that he needs to make 3 more appearances for West Ham, and he moves there on a permanent deal for £2 million. So firstly, Finn, is that a good deal for Watford, getting just £2 million for Craig Dawson? And yeah, should we maybe have up to that price, considering how he's performed so far?
How much did we pay for him?
I think we paid about £4 or £5 million for him from West Brom.
I think we got £1 million from the initial loan fee, didn't we, as well? So I think
so it's £1 million from the initial loan, and then from the reports I've seen today, it's a additional £2 million to make the deal permanent.
I think when he was with Watford, he was possibly the worst offender in recent Watford history. He was god awful. He gave away the penalty that essentially got us relegated. It was crap, and now he's turned into Virgil van Dawson, and I don't understand it.
Virgil van Dawson, I love that.
Yeah. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, I think it's at the start of the season. If you'd asked me if I'd take £3 million for Dawson, I'd have bitten your hand off. But now that he's turned into Virgil van Dawson, I would have maybe upped it to 5, maybe 5.5. But I don't think there can be any complaints from us. He was never really going to come back to us, and he's challenging for the Champions League. He's not going to come back to the Championship side. I haven't got any complaints.
No, I don't really have any complaints. But Muhannad, I think it's just a shame that it hasn't really worked out for Craig Dawson at Watford. And you know, Muhannad, if he'd stayed at Watford, he's only 30 years old. You know, do you think he would have been a success? Because we've seen what he's done at West Ham this season, and you know, he deserves all the plaudits he's got, because he has played absolutely fantastically well. Do you think it's a shame that we didn't keep him at the club, Muhannad, in the summer rather than sending him out on loan? Because there was a lot of rumours around in the press that he was one of these players who was causing a rift in the dressing room. Let's say he was causing a lot of controversy. We read about the player power issues at Watford. Is he someone you would have liked to have seen us keep, or were you happy that we actually did send him out on loan to West Ham, Muhannad?
Well, at our very late days in the Premier League, he have made a lot of impact for us. The draw against Leicester City, that what made him shine at Watford. I really think we should have kept him. But if you took the idea from Craig Dawson, I'm into joining West Ham. I'm not into getting 46 games with no chance or less chance to play to promote. And I think that he's now in Champions League positions and could stick with it. So for Craig Dawson as himself, I will accept the deal. But for Watford, I wanted him to keep him, and he will add a lot of experience and a lot of impact in goals. He got great headers and could help a lot. But for Craig, he will be good if he stayed at West Ham, joined at the Champions League or even Europa. It's the advantage for him. I don't think he will be happy at the Championship.
No, I think Muhannad, that was one of the issues with Craig Dawson. I think that he wanted to play at the top level in the Premier League, and I think that was as you say, one of the reasons why he went to West Ham. Mike Duffy here from Voices of the Vic. Make sure to obviously check that out. If you haven't already, I will be featuring on this weekend's episode. So if you'd like to follow Voices of the Vic, do so on all our social medias: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course on all the podcast providers: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, everything you can find podcasts on. So Mike's here saying he got asked to play out from the back at Watford, coming from years of Tony Pulis football, so he's not used to it. And yeah, Finn, I mean, that is a good point, actually. He probably was asked to do something that he wasn't comfortable with at Watford. We've seen players such as Sirielta, William Troost-Ekong, players like this who have come into Watford, and in terms of our defensive issues, they've completely solved them. And it's just a shame for me that Craig Dawson wasn't the answer to our defensive problems. So do you think, as Mike said, playing out from the back, do you think that was an issue for Craig Dawson when he was at Watford, Finn?
I think that he's knocked the nail on the head there. I think if at the start of the season we'd known we were 3 managers in, we'd be playing out from the back, I don't think we ever would have signed him, to be honest. Defensive problems have been going on for a couple of years. I think I don't want to call it a panic buy, but it wasn't the best option. I say that quite a lot about a couple of the Watford signings. I think it was a bit of a shock to the system for him when he was asked to play out from the back, and it kind of says a lot about him. When my favourite memory of him was him booting Shay Adams in the head, and that was when he was playing for West Ham.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, he did have a couple of good moments in his Watford career. He obviously scored that bicycle kick against Leicester. I don't know if you can remember when we come back from that lockdown and he scored that bicycle kick to get us a point out of the game. That is probably my favourite Craig Dawson memory. But look, it is a shame that he's ultimately going to leave Watford. And look, I'm sure we all wish him all the best at West Ham, albeit it didn't actually work out at Vicarage Road. So we've kind of covered what the stories were in the media. I now kind of want to take questions from the chat. So if you guys have any questions for me, Finn, or Muhannad, please let us know in the chat, and we'll do our best to answer some of them. But I'll just finish up my thoughts on the Craig Dawson situation before we move on to some of the questions from the chat. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have watched West Ham lately, but they've been absolutely fantastic. And Craig Dawson has been at the heart of that. And you know what? I think it took him a good 3 or 4 months to actually break into the West Ham team, if I'm not mistaken. So credit to him. And yeah, I mean, Craig Dawson, who would have thought it, fighting for Champions League football. And yeah, I mean, as I said, all the best for him. And yeah, moving on to the questions in chat. Mike, this is for you, Finn. Where is Finn from? Sounds a slightly Midlands accent.
I'm from Reddit. It's just below Birmingham, and I'm the only Watford fan I've ever met in real life is me. So that's why I like doing this. It gives me someone to talk to about Watford.
So there you go, Mike. Finn is from Redditch, so I hope that answers your question. Jesus says, James, is it true that I'm secretly a Luton fan? Now I don't know where this rumour's come from. Please ignore that comment. I'm not a Luton fan. I mean, you can see behind me, I've got Watford shirts all up on my wall. I can assure you, I'm definitely not a Luton fan. So I don't know where that rumour's come from, but I'm not a Luton fan. Rudy is in chat saying, when do you think the right time is to rest Sarr, as he's played a lot of games recently? I put this to you, Muhannad. We mentioned Sarr and Sema earlier, and these are two players who have played a lot of football for Watford. We got the Cardiff game this weekend, which is a really, really big game. But maybe, Muhannad, do you think it's right we maybe rest Sarr against Rotherham on Tuesday night? Because he does need a few games off, doesn't he?
Well, Sarr is the key point of our team right now, and I think he is the most important part in our team, and we cannot risk getting him out in the Cardiff game. I think that we could rest him at the Rotherham, was giving a chance for Hungbo, and I think that he's good to go in the next game, but resting him is not in our favor, in my opinion. I don't think it's a good thing to rest him at an important game. That's it.
Yeah, it is difficult with Sam Muhannad because he is such an important player to us, and you've seen the impact he has. I mean, defenses literally can't handle him. His pace, his power, his crossing ability. He gets down to the byline, cuts the ball back to whoever's in the box, and yeah, Ismail Assar. I mean, he is one of these players who you would class as undroppable, but he does need a rest at some point.
I think he's nowhere near as good as he is without Kiko when he's with Kiko. Kiko turns him into double the player he is without him.
No, that is true, actually, Finn. And I think that partnership between Kiko and Sarr has been one of the more positive things about the season. And to see that partnership develop, we saw it in the Premier League. God, we've got a lot of funny comments in chat tonight, haven't we? But Mike saying Finn favourite Lego set.
Right, can I just say, I don't regularly play with Lego. That over there is just because last stream, it was, I can't remember where I put it, but I said I'd put it somewhere, and if you can find it, then you're a cool person. So I don't regularly play with Lego, but I do have a Lego thing up there. Do you want me to show you?
Go on, get your Lego sets out for me. Go on. Well, this is exciting. The Watford way is turned into Lego.
Lego,
wow,
yeah.
What's that?
Lego way.
A snow thingy.
What is it? Snowmobile?
Yeah.
Wow, how exciting. Leave a thumbs up on the video if you like Finn's Lego sets. That would be very much appreciated. Yeah. Let's have a couple more questions from chat before we kind of conclude this stream. So Jesus is back. He says Siriota and Akong is my fave partner at the moment until Cabs comes back, and yeah, we've seen Kabasele. He's due to come back quite soon. We're not quite sure on the exact time frame, but from the interviews he's done, it does look like he's going to be coming back fairly soon. So, from my point of view, Kabasele is one of the best centre backs we've got at the club, and for him to come back, only adds strength and depth into a position that we need strength and depth in. So yeah, that's not a problem for me. Finn, get off your phone. Not sure what that's about, Finn, but you've been told to get off your phone there. Ollie saying quality content, this referring to the Lego show that we had. Maybe you should bring that as a weekly feature. Finn's Lego sets, that would be quite funny. The most we've seen Finn smile, absolutely agree. Cathcart over a Kong. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there, Ajeg. And Jesus saying score prediction, not for you, Finn, because he already knows what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I wasn't sleeve. Right, bye guys. I'm joking.
No, I think we will move on to our score predictions for the Cardiff game, and I will do my own separate preview tomorrow. So if you keep an eye out on the Watford Way YouTube channel tomorrow evening, my personal prediction will be out for the game. But I'll come to you, Muhannad, first. We are playing against a tough Cardiff City side. You know, they're battling for the playoff places at the moment. It's not going to be an easy game, Muhannad. How do you see the game panning out, and what is your score prediction for the game?
Well, I think that we need to win at any cost. I don't think there is a room to lose points, and think that Cardiff is not in a good season for me. I think they are a better team, but they are currently struggling, if I'm not mistaken. So, but away, it's going to be a difficult one to take. So I will predict a 2-1 win for us with Sema scoring. I want Sema to really score because he has been class for us this season. So really hope Sema score for us. And why not Joao Pedro if he's available for the game?
Yeah. It's good score prediction. Hopefully Sema does score. 2-1 to Watford is the prediction from Muhannad. Finn, I'll come to you. You've seen the comments. They're all saying you're very, very negative. Usually, I do have to agree with that. Finn is a very negative person, and he always predicts a Watford loss or a Watford draw. So I'm coming to Finn today with hope, with optimism. Finn, please say you're going to predict us a Watford win.
Yeah. No, I don't think we will. I don't think we'll come away with a win. Look, right. Mick McCarthy has turned Cardiff into prime Barcelona. What do you want us to do? I think 1-1 late. João Pedro overhead in the 90th minute.
So Finn's gone for 1-1. Muhannad's gone for 2-1. Everyone in chat, send hate Finn's way, because every week, negativity. Watford are going to lose. Watford are going to draw. Ridiculous.
Well, it's going to be a difficult one for us.
If my expectations are low, I'm never going to be disappointed.
Look, Nigel Pearson is in the stream. 1-0 Watford. Nigel Pearson, big up Nigel Pearson. Yeah, so my score prediction, I'm going to go more positive than Finn as usual. As I said, Finn's very negative, so I'm going to go with a 6-0 to Watford. So 6-0 to Watford. João Pedro with all 6 goals. And yeah, hopefully Watford can. I'm joking, by the way. We're not going to win. We're probably not going to win 6-0, but we are going to win.
No, we're going to do this.
I'll tell you my actual score prediction tomorrow evening on the actual preview that I create. But that's my prediction. We are going to win the game, cement that second place. We're going to get promoted back in the Premier League. Positivity, Finn. Come on.
That we really need, and you really need positivity. Some positivity, please.
So yeah, I think that about sums up the stream today. I apologise if Muhannad's Wi-Fi has been a little bit iffy, but we'll try and get that sorted out for the next time Muhannad appears on the channel. I appreciate everyone being here as well. Let me know your score predictions in the comments as always. Make sure to subscribe to the Watford Way. I'd really like to hit 300 subscribers by the end of this month. So if we can do that, I would really appreciate it. And make sure to share this stream with your friends as well, because that always helps us too. Muhannad, where can everyone find you on social media? Can they follow you on Instagram? And if so, how do they follow you?
Well, no problem at all. I don't really mind following me.
Is he gone? Are we still
there? Finn, where can everyone follow you on social media? We'll go to you, Finn.
Watford FC Hub on Twitter and on Instagram. I'd like to hit 500 followers on Instagram soon. So if you could follow me, if you don't already, that'd be nice. Thank you.
No worries, no worries. And again, guys, thank you very much for watching the stream. I appreciate it. I'm going to try and do daily streams, but if you want that, let me know. It's quite a commitment, so do let me know if you guys want that. James is here saying, just saying, lads, we're going to beat Cardiff 9-0. I mean, that is the positivity we want. I mean, all I want in life is positivity. And James in chat there is bringing the positivity. Cormac saying 12-7 Watford, Zisco to score all of them. I mean, this is what we want. This is what we want. So yeah, next time you guys come to the stream, bring the positivity, bring the energy. And yeah, you guys seem to want the daily stream, so I will consider it. And apart from that, again, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next stream. Bye bye.